Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today, or actually it's tonight here, what I'm doing is filming the best, most affordable, what the hell? Best, most affordable some shit, I don't know. So I'm filming the best and most affordable beginner's guide to makeup brushes. So I thought this would be a really helpful video for some of you out there because I know when I started with makeup, I didn't have many brushes and you don't really need a lot, but I had some that just really weren't working very well for me and that took so much time to use, so I thought I would give you the most useful, affordable makeup brushes that you can buy. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so I'm hoping this video doesn't be too long. I do have a lot of eye brushes, but I'm just going to go through the essentials for the face first. So to start off with is my Real Techniques collection for the face, which is just two brushes. The first one is their powder brush. So it's this big fluffy brush right here, and I use it exactly for that. I use it for powdering my face, and usually I actually use it to dip into bronzer and then run it down my neck when I bronze my face up a little bit so everything kind of matches and is cohesive. And I believe this is about $8 and you can buy it pretty much at any drugstore or Ulta and all that good stuff. Okay, so the next one is probably my favorite brush that I've ever purchased. It's the Real Techniques Sculpting Brush. So it's got this nice angle and it's very like dense, packed very densely. So I love this brush because I usually use it for powder, so I swirl it in the powder and buff it into my skin. And I also sometimes use it for contouring because it's got such a nice angle and you can just get right underneath that cheekbone. And I really think this is probably my favorite brush. So this is again Real Techniques, and you can buy it again at any kind of drugstore for about $5 to $8, I believe. Okay, this next one is just a generic stippling brush. I believe it's a Target brand, so it's just very feathery and it's just perfect for putting on blush, or I used to actually use it to stipple on my foundation as well, so you can use it for that purpose as well. But I think this is a very good tool to have in any beginner's makeup kit because it really is so versatile, so I would definitely suggest getting a stippling brush. The next brush that I'm going to show you has actually become my foundation brush, and this is the Morphe M439. So it's just very, very dense, thick brush, and it's perfect for buffing on your liquid foundation. And I also use it kind of to dab on in the spots where I need more coverage. So Morphe really makes such good quality brushes, and they just are so cheap. I would definitely recommend them, and this video isn't sponsored in any type of way. It's just I went for them and I bought a bunch and I ended up loving them, and they've become some staples in my kit. So I would just like to share this with you guys because I really think it would help you guys with foundation and applying that for a really flawless finish. So the next brush I have is a Morphe M527. So I'll probably link the brush numbers like up here or somewhere, you know. So I'll do something like that, but it's this goat-haired brush right here. It's a bigger brush, it's very thick, but it's also very fluffy. And my favorite use for this brush right now is applying my bronzer. So if you see right here, it's so smooth and it just really grabs onto the powder and just makes it very smooth kind of transition onto the skin. And it's perfect to fit on the forehead, especially when you have a forehead as freaking big as mine. This definitely covers it. So that's perfect, and I just can't say enough about this brush. It's awesome for bronzer. So last but not least for face kind of applicators, because this is not a brush, is the Real Techniques complexion sponge. So it's this orange sponge, and all you do is you run it underneath water and make it damp, and you can apply your foundation with this, you can bake with this, you can do so many things. I really like to actually use it to blend this whole area, this cheek area, you know, with your blush and your highlighter and your bronzer. I think it's perfect for that, and I like to use it for baking as well. I've actually never tried the Beauty Blender, but I hear a lot of people prefer this one to that one, so I mean I don't really feel the need to because this is like $5 and I think it's excellent. Alright guys, so this part's going to be a little bit longer. It is eye brushes. I think that eye brushes are essential, especially if you're going to be playing around with eyeshadow. But the first one I want to show you is kind of a weird thing, but it's something I've done since I was like 13, or used since I was 13, and my mama actually taught me about it, so props to you, Mom. I know you're watching this. So anyways, this is a toothbrush, guys. It's a toothbrush, right? So it's kind of weird, but it actually has so many good uses. This is just, you know, a toothbrush I took out of the packaging, and I use it to comb my eyebrows out, you know, and then apply product and comb it out again. You can use it to get clumps out of the eyelashes, like literally brush your eyelashes. And it's so, like, such a good, like, simple product that you wouldn't have even thought to use. So this is definitely something I would recommend to anybody. Okay, so I'm going to go through my Morphe eye brushes first. So I got these, again, when I ordered the other ones, and this was probably about 6 months ago, and they've just been fantastic. So for those of you who don't know, Morphe is pretty affordable. I would say the most expensive brush I bought from there has probably been like $15. They do have some $20 brushes, but they have sales a lot, so like these are just excellent brushes. Okay, so let's just jump right into the one I use the absolute most is the Morphe M433. This is a blending brush, so it's just a really nice fluffy blending brush that just gets perfectly in that transition area of your eye. And that's what I love to use it for, is for transition shadows. I love it to blend all the eyeshadows in the crease, and it does such a good job. It literally cuts my time in like half for blending. This next brush isn't necessary, but I think it is probably really good for anybody who's kind of starting off doing their makeup to have, and it's another blending brush by Morphe. It's the M505. So this one is actually just slightly smaller, and it's actually tapered. So what this does is it lets you get lower down into the crease while blending that eyeshadow. So I think sometimes it can be hard to keep your eyeshadow low enough when you're going in with those darker colors. So that's why I think it helps having a tapered blending brush like this. So that's why I would suggest this one. So the next one is a Morphe M321. This is just your standard pencil brush. It's perfect. I use it all the time for the lower lash line. I use it to pack on colors in the corner right here. I used it in, I believe, my last video. I used like all of these in my last video, but they're just so excellent. And this one really is. It's a really good alternative to the MAC pencil brush, because I know a lot of people like that one, but this is a lot cheaper. So my next recommendation would be to get a good eyeshadow packing brush, which my favorite so far is the Morphe G20. So it's just this flat, dense little brush, very flat. It's really good at picking up colors and packing them all over the lid to make them most pigment and I almost said vibrated. Vibrant. Most vibrant, guys. What the fuck? I don't even know, dude. Okay, so most vibrant. And you can spray this with your Fix Plus or whatever you have and just get beautiful, vibrant colors like all day. So I only have a few more brushes here for the eye, and then that's pretty much it. So this one is a Bare Essentials brow brush. So honestly, this is pretty old, and I don't even know if they sell them anymore, but it's just an angled brush for your brows. So I know Anastasia makes a good one. So just really any kind of angled brush that's a little bit more dense. If you're going to work with like pomade or something, that is what I would suggest. So if you're getting into like that dip brow from Anastasia Beverly Hills, I would suggest an angled brush. It makes it so much easier for application. Alright, so the next one I have is an angled brush by e.l.f. It's just a nice, slightly angular brush. So this is actually what I would suggest to people who are using gel liner. I used to use this all the time with the Maybelline, I think it's like Master Studio gel liner, to create the wing and just drag it across my eye. I think it makes it so easy. So if you're looking for an angled brush, I would just go with e.l.f. e.l.f. has a lot of really good brushes. They're really cheap. Only thing is they do tend to fall apart at this part right here. I forget the name right now. But, I mean, they're like $2, so you can just pick up another one. So we're in the home stretch, just two more brushes. So first one I'm going to go with is the e.l.f. concealer brush. So it's a super tiny, tiny little brush. And I actually don't use this for concealer. Well, in a way I do, but I actually mostly use this for detailed eye work. So if I really want to get in there with an eyeshadow or to apply glitter to the eye, and occasionally I'll use it to line the lips with concealer if I'm wearing a dark lip and it kind of bled out. This is the brush I would use. Once again, it's e.l.f. and it's like $1 or $2. Okay, last brush is this EcoTools brush. It's just a extremely flat top, dense little brush. So yeah, just called a flat eyeliner brush. Basically what I use this for is sometimes I'll do concealer with the lips once again, but a lot of the times I'll use this to carve out underneath the eyebrow with concealer, or I'll use it like today. If you guys can see, I have the slightest little line of black eyeshadow. So I literally went up with this and just kind of patted it and packed it in there. So I got this for like a buy one get one, and I literally just randomly grabbed it, and I didn't even know I needed it in my life, but I definitely did, and it's a great brush. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. I really hope that it helps some of you out if you're trying to get more into brushes and stuff, because I really think brushes are essential to making makeup look as best as it can possibly be. So if you like this video, please give it a little thumbs up and comment down below if you like it, or just comment down below, man. So anyways, thank you so much once again, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I'd appreciate it so much. And everybody have a good day, good night. I'm so awkward sometimes.